Jobi, cracking result on Tuesday, 3 points away at Tranmere and a clean sheet to go with it.
Yeah, really pleasing performance, really all round. For me, it's the most complete 90 minutes that we've put together. Obviously, coming off the back of a couple of disappointing results. So it's really good just to get back to what we consider to be ourselves. We defended really well. We looked a lot more solid than we have done, and we were a lot better with the ball and creating opportunities and getting into good areas under control. So yeah, as a total performance away from home, it was a good one. It's just about keeping the standards high now and getting on a little run of results.
The defending from the whole of the team was superb, and specifically for the back line to keep a clean sheet, the third one of the season, second in the league, that will be important for confidence.
Yeah, most definitely. It's something we have spoken about as a team, and everything we do is as a team. So, of course, when you look at the goals we've conceded, for example, that's not just saying the defenders haven't been good enough. We as a team have to stop the ball, get into those areas better. Of course, we did that. But having said that, there were times where those boys at the back made some fantastic challenges, and were obviously a big part of keeping that clean sheet. So, from our point of view, again, that's certainly something we've looked at, identified, and know that if we're going to win games regularly, we need to be a lot more hard to beat and stop conceding so many goals.
And there's a new face in the back line, Tonji Akanola. What's his settling in period been like, and what's your responsibility as club captain to help that being as easy as possible?
Yeah, he's been brilliant so far. Real good lad. First and foremost, I had a good chat with him when he first came in, just in terms of, where he's at, how important this is going to be for him, certainly coming and getting involved in playing games, but also for his career, stepping out for the first time and playing some real meaningful league football. He's a good Enfield boy, so I had to make sure I looked after him. He lives not far from where I used to live, actually, so a bit of common ground there. And really good. Again, positionally, defensively, he can play right back, can play centre half. So again, for him, it's getting used to that role at right back. And I think he's settled in very, very well. He looked really, really solid the other night. Physically, he's fantastic, great athlete. He's happy to defend one-on-one when he needs to. And not many people have obviously got past him yet. So, from our point of view, I think there's a lot of growth there for him. I've got to be honest. I think we've only seen, a small fraction once he gets more comfortable and plays more games and starts developing even more. I think he's a boy that's got, great potential. And, we were delighted for him the other day, settling in very well and a great performance.
And another goal from Danny Johnson. I don't think he'll mind us saying he probably took the more difficult one on the night, and a great assist from Craig Clay.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because we did mention it in the game, actually. He had a couple of chances and, I said to him, I think the other ones were too easy. He normally scores more difficult goals. But it was a real tidy finish. Again, I think from start to finish, a great move. Started off from the back and we worked the ball through the areas. We were very patient. Sometimes we haven't shown enough patience this year. And again, we got into really good area. Obviously, Connor's had a good shot, keeper saved it, and Craigie with a real nice bit of composure to find Dan, and great touch and finish. And he's just been on absolute fire. But it's his work rate for me. I think yes, the goals have been magnificent, but he really sets us off up there with that work rate. And we're certainly lucky to have him at the moment, and certainly in the form that he's in. So we need to just keep providing, and I think as long as we do that, he'll keep scoring.
And the supporters voted for their man of the match, and they gave it to you, Jobi. For yourself, after a long injury layoff, to come back, to get the minutes that you say you're so happy to be getting, but to actually meet a certain standard of performance must be really pleasing.
Yeah, of course. Again, I've said it before, I'm not just here to be hanging around. I still feel I can do a job. Of course, there were doubts at times last year, more from a physical point of view, and obviously sustaining those standards, those levels, and particularly obviously being captain. For me, I want to set the standard. I want to, keep the bar as high as possible, because, for me, that's what good captains do, and I think I'm very lucky to have been able to do that. I've really enjoyed being out there first and foremost this year, but also, again, as you say, getting to a level where I feel, I'm certainly contributing. And, I think the other boys the other day were all at a very, very high level. And that's something we have to maintain. We can't settle for, the odd good game here and, a couple of not so good ones. It's about consistency. And we've shown in parts we're good enough, to compete with anybody. But the difference for us this year will be how often we can do that. And, just tapping into those good performances, taking the good things out and making sure we maintain, that level.
That win felt important, Jobi, obviously on the back of 2 defeats, and now we can take the confidence into the Stevenage game.
Yeah, that's another thing that we've spoken about. Again, listen, we're going to lose games this year. Everybody is in this league. It's how you respond, how you bounce back. And the key thing for us the other night was, after a couple of defeats, not letting that spiral out of control and end up at 4, 5, 6, and the confidence can really drain out. So for us, first and foremost, it's about getting a result. Of course, a win's great, but it's about finding that consistency and keeping the losses down to a minimum. So again, off the back of that, the boys should be confident, but it's only one result. Again, we have to take it on and make sure that we continue to hit those levels and get those results.
And you spent a year at Stevenage yourself, and there's plenty of other links within the 2 squads. Is it a place you enjoy revisiting?
Yeah, I had a really good year there. It was a big year for me in terms of my career and where I was at, just in terms of getting the enjoyment back. And I've got to be honest, if I didn't have that season there, I don't think I would still be playing. I think it was, so important to me to just go somewhere where I could enjoy my football. At the time I had Darren Sile there, a young coach, Glenn Roeder, real proper football people that loved the game. And, I enjoyed every minute there. We had a really good season, some good players. I was part of a really, really good group there, and it's a fantastic setup. The training ground there is fantastic. So, in terms of the day-to-day, it really got me back. It got my love back for the game, my passion, my enjoyment after what was, as everybody knows here, a difficult couple of years at Orient the first time round. And it really just gave me that little injection and showed me at that age, that I still did have a passion and love for the game and wanted to continue playing. And for that, I'll always be very, very grateful, for Stevenage, and always look forward to going back.
And just finally, if we can replicate the performance from February this time around, it will be a game to remember.
Yes, again, for me, that's what it's all about for us, whether it's, the game in February, where it's us the other night. The bottom line for me is, if we are anywhere near our top level, we will win games, and we'll win games consistently. It's about doing that, week in, week out, whether you're traveling, long journeys as we did the other night, whether you're at home, whoever's out on that pitch. It's about delivering top end performances. If we can keep doing that, then for me, whether it's Stevenage, and we give them the greatest respect as we do all our opponents, or other teams we face this year, we really do feel we can beat anybody and be a match for anyone. So, we'll be going into the game fully confident and looking forward to getting some more points and getting ourselves on a run.
Thank you very much, Jobi.